Here's the most fearsome new U.S. Army super vehicle to replace the M2 Bradley fighting vehicle. You're probably aware of the U.S. Army's decade-long desire to replace the M2 Bradley fighting vehicle. However, have you seen the military vehicle that's about to take its place? It will equip and prepare an entire infantry squad for battle, among other features. The program for fighting a suitable and qualified replacement for the M2 Bradley is known simply as OMFV, or as the Optionally Operated Fighting Vehicle Program. It comes with 5 entrants, all of which promise to field vehicles superior to the Bradley. And in this video, we'll be talking about military automobiles and what the OMFV offers. However, before we go into the details, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the Military Technology Updates channel. The competition to replace the M2 Bradley. The U.S. Army is prepared to substitute the M2 Bradley fighting vehicle officially. As expected, a new one will have to be a super vehicle to be worthy of taking Bradley's place. After several failed attempts, 5 contestants are vying to be worthy of replacing the Cold War-era Bradley infantry fighting vehicle. The competition has contestants from all the big names in U.S. ground energy, including South Korean and German companies. In order to make the proper selection, the Army will have to buy thousands of new vehicles designed to carry a squad of infantry into combat. But why all this trouble? What's the issue with the M2 Bradley? First, the M2 Bradley's pretty old, as it entered service back in the 1980s, and is the first American IFV, infantry fighting vehicle. IFVs were a new concept of military weapons pioneered by the Soviet Union. And as always, the United States had to build its own to stay competitive. Unlike previous infantry carriers that dismounted the soldiers before battle, the Soviet Union military designed their BMP-1 differently. It could carry a squad of infantry during the war, thus maintaining the unit's battlefield momentum. IFV's key features comprise anti-tank missiles, a small caliber autocannon, and heavy armor. The Bradley was used during the Cold War and beyond, but its first time in service was back in the 1991 Gulf War. Moreover, it was also in service during the 2003 invasion of Iraq. The vehicle was quite effective then, and the Army tried to keep it forever by constantly improving it over the past 5 decades. However, the service never intended that the IFV would last as long as it did. The quest to replace the Bradley vehicle. The attempt to replace the M2 Bradley by the Army has happened a minimum of 5 times. The first attempt happened in the 2000s when they spent about $20 billion and came back without producing a single working vehicle. Another attempt to replace it was in the year 2020, but that plan collapsed. Part of the problem then was that the competition attracted only a single qualified entrant. That's changed now, as the contest fields 5 entrants. This comprises of the Rheinmetall Hanwha, BAE, Oshkosh General Dynamics Land Systems, Raytheon, and a Michigan known as Metallobs. The US OMFV program is expected to be capable of automatic operation. The world's going full on with artificial intelligence. Thus, all 5 entrants are to include artificial intelligence, flying drones, anti-tank missiles, and an active protection system. The protection system should be capable of shooting down incoming missiles and rockets. There's also a desire for a more powerful weapon than Bradley's M242 autocannon 25mm to engage more heavily armored targets from longer ranges. Who are the contestants for the OMFV? There's little information about these vehicles, but we have some scoop for you on the various contestants. We have some information on 4 of the contestants. The 5th one is the Metallobs vehicle. It's new, and therefore, nothing's known yet. So, let's take a look at the 4 contestants to replace the M2 Bradley fighter vehicle. The General Dynamics Land Systems design. General Dynamics Land Systems is the organization that worked on the M1A2 Abrams main battle tank. Also, they're responsible for the Stryker infantry vehicle. Thus, you can see that they have enough credibility to build something exceptional. The company has submitted a concept design as a proposal to the OMFV committee. The company has claimed that the next-gen design it's working on will provide sufficient progress. Sufficient progress here means that it'll surpass the best of what the M2 Bradley has to offer and continue to provide room for growth for years to come. Sadly, the company has not provided more information or even an image of its building vehicle. However, no one outside the military and the company has an idea of what the vehicle looks like. The company is respected enough to be able to design something compelling. Raytheon Rheinmetall KF-41 Lynx. The next contestant for the OMVF program is the KF-41 Lynx, a partnership between German defense contractor Rheinmetall and US-based agency Raytheon. This contestant comes with a crew of 3 and can carry 8 soldiers in the rear. Now that's already an advantage over the M2 Bradley, since an 8-man carriage means 1 more soldier than Bradley can manage. Allison and Rheinmetall once announced their partnership to equip the Lynx with what? Allison and Rheinmetall once announced their partnership to equip the Lynx with what the two companies refer to as a next-generation electrified transmission. Raytheon's Coyote airborne drone is expected to be built into the vehicle. This will give the KF-41 eyes on the battlefield. Interestingly, this contestant is to be armed with a Lance 2.0 turret. This will include a 35mm cannon plus mission pods that can carry drones, anti-tank guided missiles, or loitering munitions. According to reports, the Lynx will also be equipped with a modular armor system weighing between 37 and 55 tons. This feature will enable the Army to deploy Lynxes with less armor into environments where local bridges might be capable of supporting the vehicle's weight. Hanwha Oshkosh Redback Bumper. Here's a company that intends to offer an Americanized version of South Korea's K-21 infantry fighting vehicle. The South Korean vehicle first entered service in 2009 with the Korean Army and has proven to be very powerful. The Redback, which is a 43-ton vehicle having a crew of 3, has the ability to carry about 6 to 8 passengers. For arms, it has a 30mm cannon and a coaxial machine gun of 7.62mm. It also possesses a 50 caliber remote weapon system, plus an integrated turret and anti-tank missile. Hanwha disclosed that Redback's hydro pneumatic suspension system gives it superiority over cross-country mobility. BAE Systems Infantry Vehicle. The BAE Systems presented its Rolling Laboratory Infantry Vehicle as its entry. The test vehicle features a 30mm medium caliber turret designed by Elbit Systems of America, its partner. Elbit Systems is an electric vehicle architect, situational awareness systems, and sensors manufacturer. According to reports from BAE, the RB301 isn't their conceptual design. Nonetheless, it will serve as a means to test potential capabilities. Another thing to note in this contest is that every one of the 5 contractor teams will design digital prototypes. Also, 3 semifinalists will have to build prototypes and the Army will select a winner. The Army is expected to field the new vehicle in combat by 2023. What the OMVF program is expected to produce. Major General Ross Kaufman, a director in the program, disclosed that the OMVF is expected to produce legacy systems. After several reboots and cancellations, the service has taken a new approach to OMVF. Now, rather than force contractors to meet a list of requirements, the Army is just asking defense companies to come and present their capabilities. The Army has started and ended 2 different programs to replace the Bradley, the Ground Combat Vehicle, and Future Combat Systems. The Congressional Research Service reported this. Why did the previous programs fail? According to committee members of the programs, the failed projects were described as aggressive. The Army was demanding designs that the contestants couldn't meet. In another situation, it turned out that the Army received only 1 proposal for the project. Early in 2020, a document was published that listed 9 features that were required for the OMVF system. The features comprised mobility, survivability, weight, growth, logistics, lethality, transportability, training, and manning. This service also plans to reduce the selection of a single contractor by 2027. The idea behind this is to enable full-rate production that's to start by 2030. The Army has also emphasized the program's capacity to implement an open systems architecture in its designs. This would lead to uniformity and capabilities across multiple platforms and domains, thereby facilitating upgrades as technological updates continue to happen. While much of OMVF's program assessment took place behind closed doors, the contestants have had the opportunity to showcase preliminary prototypes of components and technologies. The features could be a part of the final combat vehicle during the recent AUSA trade show. For companies like Oshkosh that have never built a military vehicle before, it was pertinent to partner with experts in that field. That partnership would allow them to leverage their experience building tactical wheeled vehicles. All in all, the other competitors chose to bring test vehicles to the show to demonstrate specific elements of their designs better. For instance, General Dynamics Land Systems launched a unique test vehicle at AUSA. The vehicle featured its next-generation electronic architecture that's known as Catalyst. The Catalyst has 360-degree obstacle avoidance, situational awareness, and automation target prioritization, among other capabilities. Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, Military Technology Updates. Alright soldier, let's get back to the video. Are General Dynamics Land Systems leading? The General Dynamics Land Systems contractor showcased its vehicle's geospatial and terrain mapping capabilities. This was provided by its sister unit, General Dynamics Mission Systems. GDLS is partnering two California-based companies, Applied Intuition and AeroVironment, for this program. The military demo auto features a loitering munitions drone with self-driving and switchblade capabilities. These features were reported to have been designed by each Californian-based partner. Interestingly, this company was the only contractor to bid on the Army's previous attempt to replace the M2 Bradley in 2019. Now GDLS is happy with the service's new approach. However, the company has received some notes regarding the concept design that's being considered. Any new competition? There happens to be another company vying for the M2 Bradley replacement deal, known as Point Blank Enterprises. The ability to communicate openly with the government has contributed to the ground vehicle newcomer as it refines its design before the executives can begin building physical prototypes. Reports from the company have revealed that it has continued to refine its design, with iterations going back and forth. The changes have been made in tandem with the government. This Indiana-based organization is pushing its design, the Liberty platform. The machine was built with the Army's modular open systems approach in mind. Also, it comes in a hybrid electric concept that has loads of exportable power. You might be thinking, how does a company with no experience in building military vehicles plan to win this contest? Well, they stand a chance thanks to the Army's new approach. The new approach by the military is for the manufacturers to bring their designs to the table. The Army had the features they wanted to be written in the previous programs, making it harder since the designers couldn't meet the requirements. Other industry members also praised the Army for embracing new ideas and promised to come up with powerful vehicles in appreciation. The best part of the new approach is that it allows for a variety of involvement from diverse companies. Some have also regarded this approach as a sign of desperation from the Army to get rid of the old Bradley vehicle. If you enjoy watching videos like this, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, Military Technology Updates. That way, you don't miss out on our next videos.